this is Sunniva.
And this is Johannes.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And it's time for the biggest event of the year and one of our favorite things to film for the whole year.
Yes.
It is the top 20 games of 2021.
Yes.
This time it's top 20 to 11, and in 1 week you're gonna get the final, the big thing, the top 10 games.
What everyone's talking about.
Are you excited?
Top 10. Yeah, I'm so excited.
It's gonna be fun because this is the hardest list to make of the year, and this is the most fun thing, and we're trying to play all the games that we want to play, and there's a couple of ones we haven't gotten to play.
Yes.
So if a game you're like, oh, why isn't that on the list? It might be either, if you haven't seen any talk about it on the channel, it's probably because we haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
Or haven't played it enough. So is there anything else we should say? Like, is there any other intro thing we should say? There's like a minor thing. This is coming now. Then there's gonna be the next in a week, and the last week of the year we're gonna have some very special videos. We're gonna do a award show with some guests and all that cool things. And we're gonna have a live keeper call, and we're gonna have like a year-end review video, just like to tease those there. So if you are here now, you know about them, and you hopefully come back and see them as well.
Yes, we would love to have you there. And here, I'm very excited.
Yes.
We are guessing how many crossovers.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot that.
We're going to have.
In all the 20, right?
Yes.
Yes, so you got the answer next week. So how many are you going to guess?
I think we have quite a few crossovers.
Yes, I do think so.
We've been very in sync with our reviews lately.
Or
we
Backstreet
usually
Boys.
are. We are. But I think we might have like 14 crossovers.
Oh,
in
that was the
total.
thing I was going to say. So I'm going to do like the boring thing and then say 15.
Oh.
So you have then more chances of winning. Like if you have from 1 to 14, you will win. But if you have 1, then I'm really wondering what's on your list.
Yeah, but we have also had a crossover on the number 1 game of all, like the years.
Yeah.
2019
Yes.
was Maracaibo.
Yes.
Last year was the Canu. So I'm very excited to see if we have that one in sync as well this year.
So will we see some crossover dances or will we not? That you will soon find out, because if you haven't seen any of our top 10 before, we do not know each other's lists. We make them in secret, so we don't know anything. Oh, we of course know the games we have played because we play them together.
Yes, that's
but
true.
Other than that, we don't know too much.
Yes.
Do you want to begin?
Yeah, I can jump right into it.
Number 20.
Number 20 is a game that we haven't played in a long time now.
I thought it's a game we have played, like doing my thing.
Yes, and it's basically this low only because it's so long time since I played it. It's Arkwright, the card game, but I think it's a very solid game, and it's kind of a big game in a very small box.
Yes.
I'm very pleased how the card game version of card game turned out, and that is my preferred Arkwright version as well. So I think it's a solid game.
Yes, it's not on my list basically because we only played the prototype last year, so I haven't played it in
It's so
1.5
I almost
ago.
forgot it when I made the list.
So this is one of those that I haven't played enough to feel I could have it on the list.
Yes.
And for me also, when we played it, I liked it, but I would rather play Arkwright.
Yes.
So my number 20 then is Sleeping Gods.
Cool.
Which is a nice story campaign game, not story, basically it's like mini questorama in a campaign. I really enjoyed many things about it. I said in the review that I might play it again. That's probably not going to happen because there's so many other campaign games. So many other games, and then all the other campaign games as well.
Yes.
So not one I want to play again, but that's not something that makes it less fun. I had a lot of fun playing it. I enjoyed exploring the world. I enjoyed the world building. I really would have liked to see more of the world. I would like to play it again, but it's not going to happen. Game I enjoyed, obviously. Not going to try. I'm going to try to not say that in every single game. It's a very good game.
It's a very good game.
It's my number 20.
Yeah, I like this world too. It's my favorite Ryan Lockett game. I think he's done an amazing job of making that interesting world, and I loved our play of it.
Yes.
Yes. Then we have my number 19, and this might be one of the last game I thought would appear on my top 20 of this year. It's Camelot Off Season. I just thought this was another Camelot game.
Yes.
Turns out it isn't, and I'm very happy about that. This was a blast to play. We
Yes.
played this with a group of 5 people.
Yes.
Yes.
5 persons.
5 people, and it went smooth, it went fast, it was funny. We got a lot of laughs when people overfilled their camels and they had to throw away all their wares. And
throw away all your
and
stuff.
that blind bidding for being the first player, and then you sit there lost and be like, oh no, I have to take a lot of cards that I can't have. And yeah, I just had such a fun time with this game. I think this is a family big group game that we could bring out in a lot of those settings that I just think is really solid.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. It is absolutely a fun game. My number 19 is Tabanusi Builders of Ur.
Cool.
This is still a good game, but not as good as, for example, Tekhenu and Teotihuacan. Tekhenu was number 1 last year, and then this is number 19 for me. So it is very much lower, but still a great game.
Still in the top 20.
20 is a good thing. We just did a review of it. And it has some really weird things in it that makes it harder to love, but I do like it and I enjoy it for being different and weird. I still want to keep it and we want to play it more. I think it's not a fine game. I think it's a good game. Like the last game I said I was not going to say that, and I just said it. Yes, Tabanusi is my number 19.
Yeah, I like the Tabanusi as well. I'm still unsure on how much I liked it.
Yes.
As you saw in the review too. I'm very eager to play it more.
And understand it.
Yeah, and especially comparing them to the other games in the T-series, even though still it's a unique game in itself. And like bonus points for doing something totally unique and like challenging my view of interaction in games. Yeah, a good game.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So your turn.
My number 18 is Crescent City Cargo. This is a very classic Euro game for me. There's a lot of smooth things, solid gameplay, but nothing amazing and nothing new, but still like so much of that beige Euro greatness.
Yes.
And I just love it. So when I think back to this game, because it's one of the earlier, this is pre-Spiel.
Yes. And it's like the year is built up of everything and then Spiel.
Then there's Spiel. And I just remembered like the tension with grabbing the resources, which you use for everything in this game, and how you really have to maximize your actions to be the fastest, because it's really just an optimization puzzle like every other game, but it's so good. I want to play it again. It's fun.
I enjoy it. I remember it being very tight. Like you start with no money and you try to earn like a little bit of money so that you can actually do things. Yes, absolutely a really great game. My number 18 then is Furnace.
Yeah.
This is a very neat auction game, has that, as we talked about in the review as well, the very different and unique auction mechanism, which makes this game stand out from other games in the category. Like the engine building is fine and fun, but that auction being kind of, as somebody said, and I agree, being more like it's a worker placement auction game.
Yeah.
Like you place your workers, the number, which is a bid, and then depending on what you want to do, if you want to win or lose the bid, which is very unique and very interesting, changes up what you bid and what cards you play on, and just a very nice, smaller, shorter, enjoyable game. Furnace is the name if you already forgot, and it's also down there, so I don't think you did.
Yeah, it's one of the unique games from this year. I think me, not a fan of auction games, really thought this was a fun take on the auction mechanism. I like the OP player powers that everyone has, that changes up a little how you play, and also the little like turning resources into points. Engine is cool as well, but yeah, the auction style is unique and I like it.
Absolutely.
And then we have my number 17, which is Llama Land. This is like it's just fun.
Yes.
I think the puzzle that reminds me a little bit of number 9, how you place its shapes on top of each other. What you cover is the resource that you get, and you're trying to be the fastest to secure these llamas, and also how you place the like actual llama figures on top of your area and score points. It's very cool, and I think this is a fresh design from Phil Walker-Harding, which are making some great games, but this is the best one from him this year, I think, and I like it.
I think it might be
my catchphrase for today.
I like it. I think it might be my favorite Phil Walker-Harding game. I think
cool.
I like it better than Baron Park.
Nice.
Especially because of the setup of Baron Park is horrible.
Yeah.
It's a very good game. I actually also like it.
You like it as well. Nice.
My number 17 is a game I'm pretty sure you don't have on your list. It's about having power over different areas.
Okay, I think this sounds like Ankh.
It is Ankh, yeah. I was going to say it myself, but you were guessing it correctly.
Yay.
It's always these
It's not on my
videos
list.
turn into guessing games.
Yay.
No, it would be strange. Ankh is a game I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the timing mechanism of it's more of an action selection game, and the timing of that was really nice.
That is so good.
I like timing mechanisms like that. Yeah, so if it was only that, you would have liked it.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Attacking
That
and
would be
stuff
a
like
very
that
weird
is
game if it's only that.
Oh, I'm choosing this action. What happens? Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm just doing the action
Just
thing.
timing
actions.
perfectly.
Yeah, and I enjoy trying to squeeze out those points right before the scoring. If I could trigger the scoring and do this little movement, and I could then squeeze out those points from that area. I enjoy the areas that end up being more areas. So you start with fewer areas and you have more areas to control and to manipulate and to try to win battles in. Really unique game, really enjoyed it. I like Blood Rage better. I don't remember Rising Suns. We need to play that again.
We need to play it again.
But I think this was really a good, smooth game that I like it.
Yes, you like it. I like it too. It's not my cup of tea, but the action selection, as you said, yes. So obviously not anyone's cup of tea. But what I also like, which is super unique, is the merging of the players at the end of the game.
I don't like that.
I think it's cool, but it's definitely something that feels a little weird.
Yes.
And it's just not my style of game, but still good.
And it's weird because this is one of the few area control games that I might like best with 2 players.
Oh yeah,
and
that is weird.
Very good with 2 players, which I
very
didn't think it was going to be at all.
You're so good at this game. Then my number 16 is Descent Legends of the Dark.
Okay.
And I think I have tried for this list not to have rehashes or like that from older games.
Okay.
But this would be rated totally different if it was the first Descent game, because
which we have never played.
Second edition, which we have played.
Yes.
But this, they have made some changes that I'm so fan of. We had a lot of fun when we played the scenarios that we have played. We haven't played the whole campaign.
No,
I really want to do it.
Yeah, it would be fun.
I think the components with the 3D pieces are amazingly good looking. I think the story seems very classical so far. Nothing mind blowing. The combat and the actions that you do are very simple, but the package, I was very positively surprised by it.
Yes.
So I really want to go back to it and finish it, and I like it.
Let's see when that happens. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a very good game. It's a great app-driven game. I enjoy how it looks on the table. I enjoy the 3D piece. I think they are absolutely worth it. Money-wise, I don't know. It's a very expensive game, but I do like how it looks. That's what I mean.
Yeah, some of the puzzles that we played, the scenarios, has been very unique. It feels way better than the first experience we had with Descent.
Yeah. So my number 16 then is a game that is a 2020 release, but it was not available until 2021. So that's Anno 1800.
Yes.
I think this Martin Wallace game is a great Martin Wallace game, not an amazing Martin Wallace game. The first time I played it, I was a bit unsure, but then we played it again. I liked it. It has a few of those, it feels like it was made if you know the video game, it's really nice, but it's kind of a lot to remember, a lot to see the first time you play it. And I still think there's some flaws with the game, but I think it's a fun game, and it has that racing feeling of getting those cards out of your hand and try to not get too many cards back into your hand, and doing that in the best way possible, and I like it.
It's an interesting game. I think how you plan what resources you're going to have available, and what you're trying to build towards, and how you utilize what resources your opponents have available, how you trade with them, and also how many dudes you can use to activate them, and how often you need to do this festival or rest action or like reset action. Basically, I thought it was a fun game. I had fun while we played it.
Awesome.
Then we have my number 15, which is Witchstone.
Witchstone?
Witchstone. Witchstone.
The joke that never stops giving.
Yes, a very fun joke indeed, and a very fun game. Look what I did there. Well,
good transition.
This is a game with a very solid mix of what do you call it? Mechanisms.
Yes.
Mechanisms. And I like my favorite part is the cauldron that you use to place your player pieces that dictates what actions you're going to do. So if the new pieces that you place are adjacent to other pieces with the same symbol, you get a stronger action. You get to do it more times, and how you then utilize how to build your cauldron to get the most bonuses, you to get to do what you want, and also get these like combos. When I do this, then I get to activate that action, that action, that action, and I get this scoring card, and it's just cozy.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. It's a cozy, nice game. I like it. So my number 15 is probably one of the rehashes you talked about that you were like, I don't want to have those games in here. But it's a 2020 release, so I make my own rules.
Yeah.
I don't really, and I know it was a 2020 release, so I'm cheating. But this is the Crew Mission Deep Sea.
Yes.
And it has a lot of similarities, but basically, it feels like a 2.0. It feels like you take the game that is good and you make it way better by changing a couple of the things in the game. This is a great co-op trick-taking game with this really nice mission mechanism. The first one was nice, but it was kind of repeating. It was the same kind of missions all the time. Now they changed it up and make the game feel different each time, and you can play with many players. A very good game. I really enjoy it. One that I would like to play more, and one that I probably will get to play more because it's so simple to get into and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, this is a very, very solid game. It would be on the list if it wasn't an older release, which
it's not an older
I'm just
release.
kidding. I'm just kidding. But it's so good. I think like combination of trick taking and co-op. Nobody saw it like fitting well together at all, and it's done perfectly. And it's just one of my favorite trick taking games.
Yes.
And the story is amazing. No,
it's
it
horrible.
isn't.
Boring.
But a very good game.
Yes.
My number 14 is Coco Pelli. This is a very unusual Stefan Feld game. We are very fond of Stefan Feld.
Yes.
He is a very good designer, one of our favorites. And Coco Pelli was a delightful surprise for him. It's very abstract. You're playing cards to your tableau and you're trying to get a lot of synergy with the effects on the card, and then you want to play enough cards or like on somebody else's tableau, so you score them and get points. And the more I play this game, I like realize there's more depth to it.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's just fun, and we played it first time with 2 players, and that worked very well. Very well as well. And so a nice surprise from Stefan Feld this year.
Yes, I think it's a really good game. I agree with basically everything you said, so it's no reason to rehash it. That's like your word of the day. You only said it once. I don't know why. Just a fun word. It's a different word.
I like
rehash.
it. Rehash.
You don't use it too much. But it's a fun game. I enjoy the. It feels like a different Stefan Feld, even though you can kind of feel like it's Stefan Feld as well. So that was your number 14?
Yeah.
My number 14 is Coco Pelli.
No,
so
it is.
it's a crossover
It's a crossover dance.
Nice. Boom. Back to you.
Right. Oh yeah, it's back to me.
Yeah, because you already talked about it and I agree.
My number 13 is The Initiative. This was just so fun to play. We played it at our cabin.
Yes.
And it's a family co-op game about code breaking, kinda.
Yes. Without spoiling anything.
Yes.
It's a story game.
The gameplay in itself was very simple. You're playing cards in a certain order, which was cool, like a little restrictive, but not too much. And you're moving around on the map, just exploring like the rooms and trying to find the things that you're supposed to find to crack the code. And the package in itself with the little like back in time story, it's nice as well. So if you have a family and you like puzzle solving, this is a really, or if you are just like me, like solving puzzles, get it.
I agree. Really, really fun game. So my number 13 then is Azul Queen's Garden.
Cool.
When we finally played it correctly, because the rulebook is a horrible
mess.
Yes.
It's a hot mess.
It's not good. It makes a very simple game very hard to play. I really enjoy this. I think the puzzle is very interesting. It's a bit more complex than the other Azul games, but it's a very fun puzzle.
Yeah.
If I was to sit down and play Azul now, I would play this. Like, even though it's probably because I played all the other Azuls too much. But I think it's a very solid game. I enjoy the puzzle a lot. I like the forward planning. Even though that you might get like unlucky of getting the tiles that you need, probably you're going to get most of the things you're looking for throughout the game, but you're not going to be able to do everything you want to. So you have to set up different possibilities to have different ways out of the things you're planning for. I enjoy, somebody commented on being like it's kind of replacing Calico, because it has that kind of like same style of planning, but Calico is way more random and more boring. So I think Azul Queen's Garden is a really good game.
I agree. I think this might be my favorite Azul. I think you have to like check out what you want out of your Azul.
Absolutely.
Because
what do you want out of your Azul?
This is definitely the heaviest one out there. I don't think it's like way heavier.
No,
but
like
the forward planning, as you said, the differentness of how you think when you place your tiles, it's very interesting, and I think it's a super solid game.
Absolutely.
Then we have my number 12.
Only 2 more games, or 4.
Which is Watch. Which is Watch. A really, really cool game that we didn't really see out of anywhere. That is not
It
not
came
how
out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere.
It was a surprise. You didn't see it out of anywhere.
The timing in this game, which is Watch, I love it. It's so cool and so unique. I love the theme, how you're in this watch factory, which is actually producing pieces for weapons. And you have these illegal actions and these legal actions, and people can snitch on you, so you get watched, so you have to pay, and that can mean points out of your...
It can mean points.
Out of you, yes, it can be negative points. And how you upgrade your actions, and the timing of the worker placement, just like a super cool surprise from this year.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a fantastic game. Give everything you say. If you want to see more in depth, you also did a review of it. Like we did with most of these videos. If most of the games we have talked about somehow. So if there's anything you are more interested in, go and check our channel to see the review for those games. My number 12, right? What was your number 12?
12, Watch.
My number 12 is then Watch.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh my god. This is so cool. That is nice.
But those are only it's really funny because those are the only crossovers so far.
Oh yeah.
And there are
there
perfect
has been
crossovers.
Fewer than, so I'm going to be wrong, and you're going to be wrong, and everybody's going to be wrong.
Yeah, that's true. No, but not everybody.
No. Yeah, it can be a crossover next, but I don't think so.
I don't think so. All of the ones next time. So yeah, that was my number 12.
Yes.
So it's your last one for the video.
My number 11 is then Messina 1347. Yes. And you're going to say this is too low.
What?
Because this happened like this exact same thing. I put Praga, I think, at 11 last time, and you were not happy about it. I'm doing the same with the Messina. It's a very good game. Though you think it's too low, I think it's very good that I have it in my top 11. It's a very good spot.
Good. Yeah. I disagree with you.
It's a great game. I love so much about this game. It's a solid game. I like it. I'm having a hard time describing it. It's a worker placement game. No, you're moving workers.
Yes.
And
is this why you're rating it so low? Because you don't remember the
No,
game?
I remember
I'm
the
joking.
game.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Don't go like in defensive mode. It's a
okay,
joke.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, it's a fun game. I
fun
like
game.
it. You're wrong. It's not a great game. It's an amazing game. It might end up on a list next week. I don't know. Big shot.
I imagine it's higher at yours, or yeah.
It might be higher.
Of course.
It might be higher. Yes, it's a very good game.
And your number 11 is Messina.
That would be a problem.
Yeah.
No, my number 11 is another big surprise of the year.
Yeah.
Called That Time You Killed Me.
Cool.
Which is a funny, abstract, very kind of complex 2-player 3D chess-like abstract, which kind of blows my mind away.
Yeah.
It has a really
Correct.
funny written, laughing out loud. We actually laughed many times while reading the rulebook and reading stuff in the game. It is a game about, like, it's abstract, so whatever you do in the game doesn't make any sense about the theme of the game, but the theme is that two friends, one of them made a time machine, and then they kill the other one, and then you go back in time to try to kill the person who didn't make the time machine. What?
No, they made the time machine, and then the person who didn't make the time machine traveled back to the person and killed the one that made the time machine, so that he became the person who made the time machine.
Maybe.
And
we don't know
which
what's
is which.
going on. So one of us made a time machine, the other was trying to kill them, so we had to kill the other one because we got a letter saying we have to kill the other person or ourselves. We don't really know.
Yeah.
It's time travel. And
it's time travel.
And then you have different chapters. So you play like basically the game, and when you play that for quite a while, you can open a new, and you basically almost get a new style of game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in the vein of like Welcome to the Moon, where you have like 8 different kind of games in the same base thing. It's the same here with 4 different ones.
Yeah, and like before you, in the beginning, you're just like, oh, this isn't so different from the last thing that we tried, and you're just like, oh, I get it now. And it kind of, for me, it's if you have played Shobu, I think like in kind of the same manner there, but I think this is better because it has more.
Interesting.
So many layers.
Yes.
And it's very, very solid.
Such a good game.
I love it.
I would like to play it a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was that it?
That was it.
That was it. It was just going so quickly.
Yeah.
That was
time
it.
flies when we're having fun.
But that means that we so far have only 2 crossovers.
Yeah, that is very
little.
little.
That is way lower than we would have thought.
Yes,
that
absolutely.
is more interesting though, because if it was like 80% of crossovers.
What are your... Well, I know some of them, but I probably don't know all of them.
So that was very interesting, because then you get to see even more good games.
Yes.
I always really love it when we have fewer crossovers, because then it's more surprising and more fun to actually film the videos. And it's more fun for the viewers, less fun for me when editing, because I have to edit more, but that's just the life of it. I should just give you my list and you can do the same one.
Yeah.
So that is the end of this video. That's the top 20 to 11. We hope you really enjoyed it. Let us know in the comment which of these games you have played and that you enjoyed, and also how wrong Sunniva is about Messina.
Of course.
And the other ones, everything is correct. No, I'm just
need
joking.
to know.
You need to know. You're not going to change your opinion, because you do you. Yes.
Thank you.
And yes, so that is it. That's some ramblings on some games. And it's been a good year for games. Let's talk more about that next week when the top 10 games is coming. It's gonna be crazy stuff.
Yeah.
If you are still here and you have not subscribed, you can do so now by
clicking the subscribe button. And if you want to do something that's not free, you can go to our Patreon page,
which is patreon.com/boardgamingramblings, and you can support us there.
Yes.
And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye bye.